If you've ever wondered how you could shave a few pounds off without dieting, this is the video for you. Hello gorgeous girl, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, I'm Tracy. I've been a certified Pilates instructor and personal trainer since the 90s for over 25 years, crazy. I'm 50 years old and I've been in menopause for just under 2 years myself. I'm also very busy and I'm a mom to a 5-year-old, so I know how frustrating it can be, especially when we hit perimenopause and menopause, to really looking and feeling our best. How do we do it? And do we have to do all kinds of crazy things? Well, the answer to that is a very strong no. Now, I should also mention that I'm only 5'1". I know, I'm a short queen here, so every single pound on my body counts. Now, today, what we're gonna be diving into is how to trick the eye into making you appear slimmer without any dieting and without even any fitness at all. We're gonna be doing that through your clothes. Now, as I mentioned, I'm only 5'1", so one of my biggest tips for you to really lengthen and slim your body is by tailoring your pants to your body. You know, I think especially wearing wider leg pants, which is one of my favorite looks, you really want to tailor those pants so they are just skimming the floor. Here's why. That's going to create the illusion of more length in your body. And there's a reason why all those supermodels are at a minimum 5'7", right? I'm like, hello supermodel up there. So here's a hot tip for you. Take your pants to a great tailor in your area and make sure that you are wearing the shoes that you think you're gonna wear with those pants. The reason being, you wanna get those pants tailored so they are just skimming the floor. Not to the point where they get all dirty, but where they are just over the floor. In fact, it's almost like you wanna look like you don't have feet at all and you're just skimming by. That tricks the eye into giving the illusion of so much more length in your body. And the longer our body looks, the slimmer we look too. Now, I know some of you are going to get a little heated about this one, but here's the deal. Wearing heels is going to make you look slimmer. Now, before you get mad at me and say, I have foot issues, I've got this, I can't wear heels, I understand. It does not have to be a spiky heel. In fact, most of the heels that I wear these days, they're usually only about like maybe 3 inches, so they're not super high heels. My days of going to the club wearing those big stilettos are long over. So something that's gonna give you a big lift, make you look a lot taller, a lot leaner, is going to be wearing a wedge. Wedges are super comfortable. They give you that lift, but they're also really easy to wear for long periods of time without killing your feet. And if you're anything like me, when you've got foot pain, you are just like not a happy individual. Now, even just something like a little kitten heel is also just gonna give you a little bit of a lift. And anytime we have a little bit more of a look of length in our body, it's going to make you look slimmer. I was recently in Italy and I actually was doing 2 of these things without even realizing it. One day I wore these nice wide leg trousers and I had just a platform sandal. But just by giving me that extra little like inch or 2, I was like almost 5'3" wearing those sandals, but because of the length of them, you couldn't see them. So I looked so tall in those images because of the long length of the pants, which I did have tailored, of course. And the fact that you had a little bit of a lift in the sandal. So those weren't even a heel, those were a platform sandal. So you can get really creative, but anything you can do that kind of gets you a little bit more off the floor, you're going to look so much slimmer. Now, this next one should come as no surprise at all, and that is making sure that you're really emphasizing your waist. We are women and we have curves and we want to show our waist. Now, no matter what you feel about your waist, if you've got a tummy or not, you can really work with your body. But belts right now are so trending, and they have been trending for a long time now. And I really believe that's because we're embracing a little bit more of a classic, elegant, and even a little bit more classically feminine look. So work with what works for you. You can wear a belt if you like, maybe a thicker belt or a thinner belt if that's your style, or even just tucking in your tops. It's going to create more definition in your body so that you don't have that, what I like to call SpongeBob SquarePants look, where you just are like, where's her body? I'm not really sure. It makes a huge difference. You know, I was with a friend in Italy and one of my girlfriends owns a store there, and my friend was trying on a dress and she likes to wear a lot of like really flowing clothes that are like super comfortable and super light, and it's a very chic look. However, I was like, please just try this dress on. It had this beautiful hourglass shape. It had this beautiful A-line hem, but because it brought in her waist, which for her waist is a really tiny area on her body, it made her look so much more put together and definitely so much slimmer just by wearing something that cinched in her waist. So whether you want a full tuck, a half tuck, a belt, or anything in between, or you're finding items that emphasize the waist, make sure that you're focusing on highlighting your shape so that you appear so much slimmer. Now, I'm actually not doing this today, but this is something that I do really, really frequently on my channel and in my real life, and that is wearing a V-neck. People don't talk about this enough, but as someone that is on the shorter side myself, wearing a V-neck really elongates your neck, and again, it creates that illusion of length. Now, today I've got on this little jacket, which I really like, and it does have more of a scoop neck, but anytime I can, I like to show a little bit more of a V, highlight my collarbones, and make sure that I'm creating a little bit more of the illusion of length through this area of my body, because no one's ever complained about having an overweight chest, right? I mean, you might have larger breasts, but no one has excess pounds here, right? So if you're highlighting that area, it creates a little bit more length, it gives you the illusion of more height, and it just makes you look more feminine and put together. Try it on as an experiment. Try a scoop neck and then try a V-neck and just see what makes you look a little bit more slimmer and creates that lengthened appearance. Now, I do this all the time, and I didn't even realize like the reason why I did this, but I always am doing two things with my button-up tops. And that is making sure that I open the collar to make sure that I see a little bit more of this area of my body so that I get that lengthening and that femininity, but I also roll up my sleeves. Now you're thinking, how are rolling up your sleeves gonna make you look slimmer? But because when we roll up our sleeves, that creates a look of more length in your body, right? You're not as covered up. So if you're rolling up those sleeves, you look a little bit slimmer, you look a little bit longer, and it shaves off a couple pounds just by doing something so simple. The next thing that you can do that can absolutely make you look so much slimmer and longer and leaner is to stop cutting off your body with all these lines. You know, listen, I live in Miami, and every Miami mom loves their stack of bracelets, right? They've got their Tiffany, their Cartier, they're like whatever. And what do I have? Nothing. Not because I don't love jewelry or nice things, but I am, again, a shorter person, and anything that cuts off the lines of my body I don't like, because it's going to shorten my body, and when we look shorter we also tend to look a little bit wider. Now, I'm not saying that you can never wear a bracelet. Of course you can, but if you do, I would definitely keep it more thin, more elegant, especially if you're on the shorter side. That's going to give you, again, that illusion of more length. You also want to be mindful of necklaces as well, or ankle straps with shoes. If you're wearing shoes that have ankle straps, it cuts off the length of your leg. So unless you find a pair that absolutely perfectly matches your skin tone, an ankle strap is going to cut off the length of your leg, making you look a little bit shorter, probably a little bit wider, and definitely make you look like you've got a few extra pounds on you. So what can you do instead to create more length and make you look more slim? Well, first of all, it's what I like to call the Chrissy Snow effect. On Three's Company back in the 80s, Chrissy Snow always wore nude heels. Why? Because that's going to create more length in your body. So obviously all of us have different skin tones, but when you find sandals or shoes that match your skin tone, that's going to create more length in your body. Another thing that you can do is, let's say you're wearing black pants. It's fall, you know, you're going to work and you want to wear a pair of boots, rather than wearing like a white boot or a red boot or something like that. Have the boot be the same color as your pants. Again, that's going to lengthen your leg, create that illusion of a slimmer, taller, longer, leaner, more supermodel you. And then when it comes to bracelets and necklaces, things like that, again, keep it slimmer, keep it more delicate so that it's not like a big cuff bracelet or something like that. That's definitely gonna cut you off, but rather just something a little bit more delicate if you tend to do that at all. And one more hot tip with necklaces, rather than doing chokers, which, you know, they might be on trend, they might not be, who cares at this point in our lives, right? I always like to wear something that's a little bit longer, that's thinner and more delicate, and more of like a signature look for you. Because something thick and trendy and statement-y, that also kind of ages you a little bit. So we want to keep the length, we want to look slimmer, and we want to look more youthful and like the best version of us right now. The next way that you can look so much slimmer without dieting is your posture. You know, I am a Pilates girly and I've been certified to teach Pilates since 1999. And if there's one thing I can tell you, if you want good posture, start doing Pilates. I've got tons of Pilates workouts inside of my fitness membership, Total Body Transformation, but here's the real rundown. When we're standing with good posture, you look longer, you look leaner, and here's the little quick way to have great posture. You wanna imagine creating more length through each bone of your spine. That's what we always say in Pilates. So it's like, you know, your spine is shaped like that, but you wanna think of like, ooh, if I could lengthen that and I could be 5'4", that's the feeling that I wanna have. I wanna keep my collarbones nice and wide. I want to get those shoulders going down my back, and I'm doing a gentle lift up and in with my abdominals. Rather than walking around with bad posture and letting it all hang out, there's just this gentle lift and openness in your body. And just by doing that, you are going to shave a good 5 to 10 pounds off of your body instantly. This next one is one of my absolute favorites, and that is if you want to look slimmer, wear the clothes that fit you best right now. I would see this all the time as a trainer where people would say, oh, you know, I'm keeping that dress because someday I'm gonna fit into it. And I don't ever want you as a woman to someday your life away. Life is now. So I would rather you have a closet full of clothes that make you look and feel your absolute best right now, even if you feel like you've got an extra 5, 10, or 15 pounds, but having that beautiful confidence and knowing that you look your best, you feel your best, you've got colors and shapes that suit you, that's more important. So do not someday your life away. Have clothes that fit your body and your body type for right now. This is such a good trick, and I use this literally all the time. And I always thought it just made me feel more comfortable, but really it has such a slimming effect. And that is wearing ruching in your clothing. I have a couple dresses that I got on Amazon that I absolutely love, and I love wearing them because they are completely ruched. And ruching is so figure flattering and forgiving. It kind of cinches you in where you need cinching. It lets you showcase those curves that you've got, but it also, like, you know, if you've got a little extra weight in your tummy, or maybe like, I don't know, you don't like your legs so much, it kind of just masks everything with that interest in the fabric. So look in your closet now. If you don't have any ruching involved in maybe some of your tops or in some of your dresses, I would definitely try it on for size. If you don't have something in your closet right now, you can definitely take a look at my Amazon shop, because I've got tons of items there that are really inexpensive, well made, and that give you that chic, elegant look, but on a budget. And my final tip for you to look slimmer without dieting is, and this should come as no surprise, is confidence. Show up in the room, no matter what your body type, no matter what shape you are, no matter if you're 10, 20, 30 pounds heavier than you were 10, 15, 20 years ago, it doesn't matter. You are worthy of being seen at any age, at any stage, at any size. And there is such a powerful thing when we as women show up and we embrace ourselves right now in the body that you have right now. Look, I know that a lot of times we want to make changes or improvements, and there's nothing wrong with that. In fact, I've got loads of resources here on my channel, but having that confidence, that inner knowing that you matter, that you are meant to be seen, and that you love yourself is the most powerful and attractive thing, and for sure is going to make people think like, wow, she's so gorgeous, not, oh, she needs to lose 10 pounds. So that's what I've got for you today. Quick and easy. I'm telling you guys, these really work. Do me a favor. Number one, if you haven't subscribed, please consider doing so. It's completely free to do so, and it really helps to support my channel. And also let me know, which was your favorite tip and what are you going to start implementing next? Let me know in the comments. It's one of my favorite places to get to know you more. And if you want to keep hanging with me here on YouTube, check out this video next. I'll see you there.